Hey, what's up, YouTube? Look at that. We're Diamond 3. I got 12,318 RP, so I need about 900 more to get to Diamond 2, right? Well, fun fact about part 3 of this whole series, it took me 2 games to get to Diamond 2. Instead of uploading a video where it's just like a hyper edited, like montage style, fight, 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 win, fight, 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 win, I decided to just play the entirety of both games back to back with my, what is it called? My voiceover attached. If that sounds boring to you, just wait for part 4. If that sounds exactly what you're looking for, then hey, I'm glad I could help. I'm going to be covering pretty much everything except for rotations, because, bro, I really just followed my randoms the whole time. If you're going to see in a second here, I get matched with some Preds, and then the second game I get matched with 2 of the best players I've met the entire time. And so these 2 games, I'd say, I get carried a little bit. This guy, Skeeve Twins and Pablo, they're both Preds. And, I mean, really, when you're in that situation, all you gotta do is just follow them. You don't need to say, hey guys, we're going this way, hey, we're going this way, hey, don't fight that, don't fight this. Bro, just chill out. Just let them make the calls and support them. That's exactly what my ideal role is. My ideal role is like support. I kind of stay back, maybe snipe a little bit with the G7, maybe a little longbow, maybe a flatline with a 3x on it. On the screen right now, I'm showing off all of my Horizon that I have added, like on my friends list. I have 1. It's this guy, Ronnie. He's the only Horizon main that I have added as a friend. Because I hate that character so much that I just, I don't even add them. So that guy, Ronnie, right there, he's special. I like him. Anywho, we got Platinum champions and Pred teammates. Things are looking good. Now, when it comes to, like, knowing where to drop, if they made me Jump Master, sometimes I'll give them Jump Master right back. But 9 times out of 10, if they give me Jump Master, I'm just going to land somewhere in the center of the map, somewhere that I know pretty well, like Cascade Falls. I really like Checkpoint. Checkpoint's one of my favorites. Barometer sometimes. Excuse me. I'm going to try to do this mostly in one take, just so that you get my real, authentic reaction and stuff like that. So, you might hear me burping. You might hear me breathing a little bit extra. Sorry. If you can hear me, like, if you hear me breathing a little bit, bro, I'm so sorry. My mic is really sensitive, and my lungs are overworked because I'm overweight. Just please do not be bothered by stuff like that. I am really not trying to include any gross audio. I care about you guys. Okay, so they are landing me at checkpoint, and I'm looking around. That's important. I'm looking around. When I'm falling in, I'm like, how many teams are here with us? I didn't really get a good count. I just know that it's at least 1. And at that point, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to grab 2 guns and see what my loot is. I get purple armor and this Volt here with a purple mag right across the room there. I don't really like the Volt. Immediately, my reaction is, I have purple armor and a good gun. Let's fight. If I had only gotten the RE45 and white armor, I might be trying to bunch up with my teammates and say, let's get out of here. But that purple armor, what it really does is it lets you kind of play foolishly. It lets you kind of play in a position where you can make some mistakes and still win. Now, that entry damage, so huge. Not only did it tell me that they have purple as well, it scared him away, and my teammate was able to break him, the seer. So everybody on my team knows the seer's broken. So when we scan this guy, we're like, alright, we can 3v1 the seer, and I throw a nice little arc star in there. It kind of isolates the seer to a 1v1. And of course, I win those, baby. And then I reach out, and I'm like, hey, oh. I don't win those. So this is one of my first few times getting knocked in my like solo to Pred thing. I didn't get knocked that much in Platinum. I think maybe once. That was a triple headshot. And I think once in Diamond 4, but yeah, I lost that fight. I just tried to. Okay, so remember, I play as a support character, right? So in that fight, I got my 1v1. I beat the seer. I didn't want to just disengage completely. I wanted to maybe help against like the Ashe that might have potentially shot my Pathfinder in the back. I wanted to re-engage in case the Ashe had her back turned to me
Yeah, I don't know. Z,
and make it a
you have a
2v1.
car.
I simply got unlucky
Like,
and
I
she
do
like
surgery with a car.
I would assume that the enemy seer
I put the
told
sight
them,
on
hey,
it,
Gibby's
but I
won because
move
they're
them
probably
up,
in a party together. Maybe, I'm not sure.
follows them, and
But
it cuts them up, dude. I feel like a surgeon.
yeah, they got me. I'm sorry that I'm trying to justify my knock so much. I'm gonna get knocked a lot more. I shouldn't even care. Anywho, if you look, I didn't pick up the enemy's blue.
Me with a car, it's like
My Pathfinder dropped a Phoenix kit.
I'm literally carving.
A great strategy to heal that off. If you know that there's nobody around you,
Okay, well,
right?
this might be a me
If you're just
I'm
like
pretty
chilling,
sensitive to stuff like this, but
you don't need to armor swap like it's pubs and then run away.
aim,
You can just heal up your broken armor, especially with the Phoenix kit after you get knocked. It takes 10 seconds, full health. Purple, back. I'm saying this because a lot of times when I play pubs, I don't even heal my armor, like, period. I just armor swap and run away.
I like the car better than the Bolt.
And it's because you can move a lot faster that way. And it's a lot safer also. More health faster equals safer. But in this situation, I kind of just trusted my teammates were going to, like, watch out for me for 10 seconds. So I just said, let me go get that purple back. Now, I switched to a G7. Remember, these games are going to be like unedited. I'm going to skip forward a little bit in the second game because we like didn't fight anybody until like 5 minutes in. But this is just going to be raw, Chet You Betcha, rambling for like 40 minutes, okay?
26 years old.
Again, if that's not what you're looking for, if you're like, wow, this guy's not stopping, can you like just show me the gameplay? Yeah, this video's not for you. I'm just going to keep doing this for like 40 more minutes.
6 years old.
Hopefully I don't run out of stuff to talk about.
Right, Z.
So that G7 I picked up, right? It's because the 30-30 is good, and I know a lot of you guys out there love the 30-30, but what I think, honestly, is more important in ranked is using guns that you're comfortable with. And I used to be really good with the G7 back in the day, like Season 3 and 4.
What do
Used to be really good with it. I never got good with the
Apex Legends?
30-30. I never got good with it. So I say, let me get my G7 back, because that's...
It pays my bills.
I mean, the gun might not be as good, or my attachments, more specifically, weren't as good. But me being comfortable matters a lot more. It keeps me more calm, so I can play better and not think about, oh man, what's the recoil pattern? What's the attachments like? Do I need a sniper stock or a regular stock? I don't have to worry about any of that. It's just
I don't make a lot of money.
the more you play, the more you can get familiar with other guns and not have to worry about stuff like that. But the 30-30 is just something that I never touched. And on a very similar note,
1500.
I dropped my Volt with a purple attachment, right? The purple energy mag. I dropped that
I don't need to do anything else.
because I'm not that good with the Volt. I said I'm much better with the car than I am with the Volt, so I'm just going to get rid of this. So that's why I have a G7 car instead of my 30-30 Volt that I started the game with. I really just straight up said, I'm more comfortable with these guns. Let me run these.
If I have
Now, my teammates are pinging that there's a seer alt, there's a fighting going on, and I'm lagging a little bit behind, which is perfect, because I'm not trying to go down first. I'm not trying to go down at all. I'm just trying to support them. I think the 3 times on a G7 is great for that kind of stuff. So, they ping an enemy on the second floor. I see Caustic Gas on the first floor. I believe at this point, I realized that it's 2 teams. I don't remember what tipped me off, but... Oh, probably the seer alt. Yeah, there's 2 teams here. I think I hear gunshots in the other side, and then I'm thinking maybe it's 3 teams. I'm just like... Then I got shot from the outside. I'm like, okay, let's chill. It's 3 teams, not just 1, not just 2, it's 3. Looks like 1 whole team is on the second floor. And I don't want Pablo to get ganked. So I'm just chilling up here with Skeeve twins, who could grapple out at any time, and I know that he's safe, so I don't just dive in there with him. I get my nice little damage. Pablo gets a knock. Perfect. And then I'm assisting them with their third. Nice. Looking good. I helped. I wasn't lagging behind. I didn't take any unnecessary damage. That's pretty much perfect for me. I didn't get all 3 KP, but that's because my teammates are really good and they just one-mag the guy. Now at this point, I bubble to be more supportive, right? Because my boy Pablo just got rolled. So I bubble in case 3 guys try to jump in there, and it was just a solo caustic. So one of those 3 teams was just a solo caustic, and he's dead. Not much to worry about. And now we know that there's at least 1 more team, and it's probably only 1 more, because the likelihood of there being 4 teams in this area, Not that high. We already killed two.
See,
So now it's just a 3v3 probably, right?
So I don't have any cool pred badges.
And I'm just looting up, making sure that I have ammo, because there's no sense just standing around. If your teammates are not fighting, you don't need to just sit there and wait for them to start fighting.
Ramrod.
Got to be proactive with your looting.
Thank
Um,
100 bits, man.
I'll talk more about that in just a second, about
How did you beat
when to fight and when not to fight. Let's focus on
Thank
this
you for the
fight.
100 bits, Ramrod.
I see Pathfinder just got beamed. Our Steer has a really OP ability with their tactical where I can just see how much health the enemy has. Sounds good to me. My goal here in this fight, and pretty much every time I have good teammates, like my teammates are both Preds, right? And not that that is like the most impressive thing. It's not like they're TSM or anything. But the fact that they're Preds, like they know what they're doing. I don't need to worry about a lot of stuff. Like if I go down, they're probably capable of 2v3ing a platinum squad or a diamond squad. It's not like a guarantee, but it lets me play a little more passively. I don't need to knock all three guys in order to win a fight. I just need to help them, right? That's my mentality going into it. I see that Pathfinder there has an insane head glitch, so I start backing up, and I audibly say out loud, "Oh, we backing up, boys? Okay, sounds good." I see my Pathfinder runs in, and I'm like, okay, maybe we're not backing up. Okay, let's go right back into the fight. And I'm looking around, they're pinging at somebody on the roof, and I'm like, all right, okay, and I go for the roof shots, and then I look at my teammates, bro. They ditched me. We call this being left high and dry. So my only way back is if I bubble and run, and I can't make that gap. I can't close that gap to my teammates. So I have to go down swinging, which I don't like doing, but luckily I play Gibby, so I knock a guy, and the whole time that I'm knocking him, they're weakening the Bloodhound, and I just go for the kill on the Bloodhound.
You got that.
And I know they're going to win a 2v1. I mean, obviously, they're going to win that fight, especially with me getting that second knock. I honestly think that me just knocking the path was enough when you're playing with good teammates like this. I already knew we were going to win the fight, but me getting that knock on the Bloodhound,
I don't like
I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but that like really, it was just a very important knock in that fight. It gave my teammates a 2v1 instead of a 2v2 with one guy behind cover. It was pretty huge. The fact that I was able to, with like 4 health left, get a knock,
If I didn't get those
that is absolutely massive. So, one thing I wanted to add that I got cut off by this fight,
definitely 1v2.
in these ranked games,
But if you want to give me credit for that third one,
if your teammates are running, like you saw how my Pathfinder and my Seer just ran away from that fight. Sometimes randoms do that, and I'm not even using a mic. Hold on, excuse me. I'm not even using a mic. So I can't say, hey, there's guys over here. Hey, don't run away. Hey, let's fight this. Hey, that guy's one shot. My mic doesn't get... Hold on, let's just... My microphone, if it's plugged in, does not pick up my enemies, or excuse me, my random teammates' audio, their little game chat things. So if I'm streaming and I'm talking to my random teammates, then nobody on my stream and nobody on my YouTube would hear my randoms. And I think that it's much smarter to just go silent and let them talk to me, rather than saying, okay, okay, you know? Like, that doesn't really provide entertainment value to you guys. And you don't know what they're saying. I'm just saying, So,
There we go, pal.
I got like this approach with the no mic. If anybody knows how to fix that, let me know. Now, like I was saying,
I just burned
it's
my
very
mic.
important
They got me.
to not let your teammates fight without you or run away without you. You gotta match the energy of your teammates. If they're a lot better than you and a lot faster than you,
Seer, I'm sorry.
you gotta pick up the slack somewhere. You gotta loot less or something. You gotta shoot smarter, shoot faster. Check out my other video on how to aim faster. You gotta do something. You cannot let them separate themselves from you and fight without you. Because look, this is about to happen in this game. They ditched me. They left that rock fight smartly, because you're never gonna win that fight against the rock guys. They both just ran away, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess we disengaged. And then look, they both of them get a knock, and I'm just like standing here doing nothing. So they just both got KP without me getting any. And when you're solo queuing or playing with your friends, you want that KP. That's how you rank up. That's how you don't go negative. Like, if I died right now, I'm only plus 76, but if I had gotten all those kills, I'd be like plus 200 or I don't know,
Oh,
plus 150
we
maybe.
don't got that. We don't got that.
That's an entire game I can lose. See, like if I gain 60 RP extra, then I could just solo queue into a game and die and not lose anything.
Rampart was enough.
Hopefully that makes sense.
Better play careful. The
It's,
Rampart
you know
and
what I'm saying.
Caustic?
We're gonna move on.
Boy, ain't no way.
My seer said, let's go back to this building. Screw those guys in there. We're just gonna chill. We're not gonna do any reckless fighting. And I say, I understand. I understand the assignment, sir. We're not gonna do any reckless fighting. Okay. And guess what we do? We just jump in there and start recklessly fighting anyway. Pablo's in there. Pablo's got no fears, man. This guy can see through walls.
We in there, Pablo?
So I'm like, yes, Pablo. You gotta back up the teammates. And Bangalore, what? And then I see the rampart walls, and I'm like, okay, I'm overstimulated. We need to get out of here, boys. Something's wrong. And guess what? They're both already running away, and I'm left high and dry again. I'm like, why does this keep happening to me? The Pathfinder, I understand. He can grapple out. How does the Seer always get me stuck in fights? I think that it's a me thing. I think I need to like have a better vision of when my teammates are backing out, but
And I'm not saying that G7 sucks.
I usually don't run away from fights, so that's not something that's not one of my skill sets really. I usually just always fight, but take this as advice from me to you. It's very important to watch your teammates, and if they are ditching you, like my Pablo guy here is repeatedly, keep an eye on them because you do not want to get 3v1'd like I did at the mill earlier. Just be ready to run with them. If there's two of you running away, then there's a good chance that half their bullets are going to go into your enemy. Or half the enemy's bullets are going to go into your teammate and not you. And you might both live. But if you just both run away separately, they might 3v1 both of you.
That dude anymore.
It's pretty obvious to some of you guys, but I just want that point to be very clear. Always run away if your teammates are running away and fight if they're fighting. Do not get the signals crossed, okay? We got the rampart wall set up. I break it. I love breaking rampart walls because it's really just a very supportive thing to do. You know? Anything that supports a team,
Hey, bud.
that's what I'm there for.
We doing good over here?
In the bronze, silver, gold lobbies, I generally like carrying. You know, I'll go in there and I'll lead the team and I'll just get all 3 kills by
Oh,
myself.
wait, this
But
building's in circle?
in lobbies where I'm like fighting against my
You're
equals,
beefing with that squad for no reason.
hopefully that doesn't sound like I'm egotistical. That's normal to say, right? I'm pred. I can say that. Whatever. When I'm fighting against my equals here, like in diamond and pred lobbies, I just want to be another one of the boys. I don't want to throw. I got some undiagnosed anxiety or something like that. Me throwing in games, it's like my worst fear. Alright? It's my worst fear. I just never want to let the boys down. So that's why I always play support.
This is so chaotic.
I always want the boys to succeed.
We have no...
Okay, we got a little bit into the Chet Ubetch's psych profile and we forgot to talk about the
Can't tell
game.
if my
Sorry.
teams are really good or really bad. But it's funny.
Let's bring it back into the game here. Not a lot has happened since my teammates both won their 1v1s and they were split from me. We're just in this long 3v3. Have you noticed that it's been going on for a while? Right? Bruh. Me too. We've been here for a long time. I didn't have to... Ignore that noise. I didn't have to do any rotations this game because my teammates are Preds and I just followed them. And that's great because look where we are. We're in the middle of the final circle.
Plenty of ammo, Rampart.
Just chilling.
Game we're playing.
I really want this team dead because they're playing like, what is it? Rampart, Bangalore, Caustic? Maybe Rampart, Watson, Caustic? You cannot be running a comp like that and expect me to leave you alone. We're going
I
in.
think I heard a noise.
I see Rampart's broken, but more importantly, if you look at the final circle, there's only like one way that enemies could flank us. So I just keep looking back. You know, there's me doing my support role. I'm like on a lookout status, and as soon as I look back, my teammates are both in this building, and I'm like, I can't trust you guys to do anything with... Bro, okay, so they lose. I think that they knocked one before dying, so I just go for the immediate res, thinking that I can probably just win a 2v1 if they push. And now this right here, very important, I stop resing, because if I just stood there, they could fry me, but now we're playing funny little games here. It's a 2v2, I believe. It might be a 2v3, might be a 2v2. That seer ult is so important. Do you see that? I didn't even see the Bangalore creeping up on the right side, but I saw her footsteps through the wall. I didn't hear her. I didn't see anything. I just saw a little tap, tap, tap footsteps. And I say, hold up. Wait a minute. Let me get your back. And Pablo here is just an absolute Chad, so I didn't even help him in that fight. I just rezzed and he pushed up. I feel like Pablo and I have not had very good synergy this game. Do you guys agree with that? I feel like watching this back, Pablo does everything I don't do. He pushes, I stay, he pushes. What's going on here, Pablo? Okay, moving on. There's only 3 teams left. We don't know where they are. Look, okay, well, Skeeve found one. Now, a lot of times in ranked, you're gonna notice that if there's like 3 teams left, and there's nobody fighting, there's a good chance that one of those teams is a rat, meaning it doesn't mean that they're actually, you know, a big mouse. It just means that there's probably a solo left hiding. And it looks like they found, yeah, look, see, I was right. It's just a solo hiding. And now it's a fair 3v3. This guy's got a really good angle on us, but my ultimate is very good at acquiring those good angles. And my tactical is really good at pushing.
Nice.
Kind of like Newcastle. I played the Gibby Bubble in a situation like it was a Newcastle wall, and works for me. Now it's a 3v2, but they have high ground, so it's kind of an even fight. And me without aim assist, that's what my aim looks like, yeah. I ain't nothing special without aim assist, I know that.
Okay.
But I broke the bang. That's very important. You see the kill feed, it says enemy shield broken Bangalore. That's all I needed to do. It's a 3v2, no aim assist, broke one. Now it's a 2v1. The odds of my guys losing this, very small. And I was right. We didn't lose. And that whole game pretty much consisted of us dropping checkpoint and then rotating to mill. So not a whole lot of... I swear, every time I ask you guys in the comment section, like, hey, what do you guys want to see in the next video? I swear a lot of you guys say, can you tell me how to rotate better? And this is very, like, hard for me to do because in this challenge, my solo to Pred with no mic thing in one day, since I don't have a mic, I just followed my randoms everywhere. And I'm so sorry if you're watching this, like, for an educational reason and not an entertainment reason. I can teach you how to fight better and position yourself better as a support player. But when it comes to rotations, I just held forward and stood next to my teammates. That's really all I did. I'm not editing this part out just to prove to you guys that I made it to Diamond 2 in 2 games. Because it's kind of funny to me. Like, you don't really... I don't know. Me, myself... when I have solo queue ranked, it takes me, like, a long time to rank up. But this day, I really went from Diamond 3 to Diamond 2 in 2 games. What? Completely unedited, by the way. God, this audio... Hopefully, you guys are... You know, just vibing with me. Oh, look, Pablo invited me to play again? Is that Diva with a big forehead? 5-head Diva? Like I was saying, this is what I talk like when I'm not editing myself. I do a lot of breathing, a lot of burping, a lot of random thoughts. I feel like this might split up my audience. A lot of you might be thinking, wow, this guy's rambling for sure. Or, wow, this guy needs to edit his videos better. And then some of you are thinking, wow, this guy's kind of funny. Hopefully, you know, 100% of you think I'm funny. By the way, thank you for that. But yeah, I felt like in this specific instance where it took me 2 games to get to Diamond 2, I felt like I could just be authentic with you guys. Just do a single take of audio, include the little burps and breathing. Hopefully not scare anybody away. If I lose any subscribers for this, bro, I'm sorry. I love you. I don't mean for you to be bothered by my editing style. Now, you saw my teammates were both diamonds. Let me tell you right now, this Bloodhound, I thought it was Jen Burton. I'm not kidding. I thought Dominic DeCoco TAC JE. I don't know what TAC JE means. I figured it was going to be like maybe a spot in his country, you know, like wherever he's from. Like that, maybe that's his state. Like if it's in Mexico, like I don't know. But I couldn't. I was just fixated on figuring out what that guy's name is. And then this bozo's name is Kanye Kim KK. God, he's got to update his name. That's old news. Now, remember how I said this is going to be completely unedited? Well, we don't fight anybody for a while, so I will actually skip forward. I'm going to do it all in one audio take though, because I'm different like that. So let's just skip forward to the fighting, skipping forward, and stop. Right there. Now look, Dominic DeCoco, I'm going to probably call him Dominic. He's just in there. This dude's just in there. He killed a Caustic. He barely took any damage at all. I'm telling you guys, I think this is Jen Burton playing on PlayStation. This guy's really good. And you're going to see that in the rest of the game. He's like really good. The whole Kanye Kim KK, I don't think he's that good. Some would say I think he's overrated. But this Dominic guy, oh my god. I felt like I was actually being carried by Jen Burton. And you're like, you might be thinking, why are you comparing him to Jen Burton? The whole him on Bloodhound and just his aggression levels and his aim, all three really combine to be an offensive powerhouse. Now, I only have, ignore that noise, sorry, I got my notifications on. I only have one team KP. I didn't shoot anybody yet. Dominic just ran in there and 1v1 to Caustic and barely took any damage because Dominic's more like Chad, am I right?
Oh, Oscar.
Now, I'm trying to get some KP, and I see them pinging, hey, over here, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. And Kanye Kim just absolutely throwing. What are we doing, Kanye? What are we doing? But there's Chad, I mean Dominic, going for the res. What a good guy. You're gonna hear me hyping this guy up a lot, by the way. He just plays so well. If I could show you his point of view, I would. Now here's me being supportive. I don't let the Pathfinder just up on the roof for free. I break him. And then I look back, because that's what I do that in a lot of fights. If we're ever 3v3ing, you'll see me just turn around. Because I'm not trying to get third-partied. That's why my KD's so high. I don't just foolishly jump into a fight and get third-partied immediately after. I'm like always looking around like that. Oh my god, Kanye, get out of my way, man! Oh my god, what are we... Kanye! I hate this Kanye guy, man. Not the artist, but this teammate. Bro, Kanye, did you see that strafe? So just blocked every bullet. I was purposely aiming down the stairs in case somebody was foolish enough to walk in. And Kanye matched my strafe. What are we doing? And then, okay, look, Dominic just runs out there and 1v1's a guy, and I'm like, okay, thanks. And ignore my aim. I think that I was doing the no aim assist challenge at this point. Okay, I lied to you just now. I had aim assist. I just missed a lot. But Dominic had my back. Dominic was there, bro. Be more like Dominic, guys. Don't be like Chet. Be like Dominic. He's the new Chet. Now, I see Dominic just broke an Ash, so I'm out here looking for an Ash, maybe listening for a portal. Just trying to be really aware of my surroundings. And then he scans and there's 3 guys. And I'm like, bro, how many teams are in Jurassic Park? I'm just playing really confused at this point. I found the Ash. I finally start aiming. And the Bangalore has like, I don't know, 10, 20 health left. And Dominic says, let's go here. And I say, aye, aye, Commander. I don't even think twice. I hear Bloodhound say we should go this way. I'm saying, yes.
I thought you said back off.
Because that's the kind of guy I am. I'm supportive. I don't want to let the boys down. And then what do I get for doing that? Dominic just kills a guy, and I don't have any KP for it. I'm like, thanks, Dominic. This guy really just said, what's that over there? And then I turned around and he killed a guy while I wasn't looking. Now, you know, just me looting up. I got the whole 1 kill, 1 assist, 4 team assist thing. Why did he ping that building? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why did he say, let's go this way? I don't know, man. Now Kanye's pinging this building. Bad memories, man. I'm just out here looting all slowly. I think I just took shield cells for more shield cells. We laugh. We have fun here. It's what we do. This isn't a purely educational YouTube channel. It's really just me having
I
fun.
don't even listen to music. I'm not saying I don't.
Okay,
I
now we
care.
finally start leaving this area. I don't even remember if we killed everybody in that team. I just kept turning around and looking, going back to the building and turning around, and they're killing somebody.
Thank you so much for that.
They caught me in a spin cycle, man. I don't even remember what's
I love
happening in
guy
that
Trick.
fight.
Even though he hates me,
They're confusing me. You got to be careful with your pings when you're playing with
I
randoms.
love him.
A good use of the never mind ping goes a long way. If you accidentally ping something, just ping it again. And then your character will say, oops, never mind. And then your teammates are like, oh, he misclicked.
My dude,
It's pretty huge. So that you're not thinking that there's an enemy behind you. Your teammates aren't thinking there's an enemy behind you.
I didn't even help him with. That's actually really. I think this is my first time having more assists.
Luckily, in this game,
This Dominic guy.
I have, right, like 6 KP. We kind of go really hard at the end. Spoiler alert. My boy Dominic just does everything right. And Kanye somehow, he pulls it together.
How many people are you meeting?
Kanye starts playing like a normal player again.
Hold on.
And me, I get things together too.
Ah! Don't kill me! Don't kill me! Don't kill me!
Look at these bozos taking the grab lift.
Okay.
I think I was talking to chat at that moment. I looked away for 1 second and my teammates teleport across the map. I'm like, huh? Where'd they go? And it's much better for the Horizon to be solo than the Bloodhound. Because Bloodhound, I mean, what's a Bloodhound going to do? If there's a team waiting here for the Bloodhound, what are they going to do, right? So I followed Dominic around instead of Kanye.
Ah!
And now Dominic's saying,
I can't see.
there's some fellers over here, feller.
I can't see.
I doubt that's how Bloodhound talks, but I'm thanking somebody for gifting me a sub, I'm sure at this point. I'm just kind of AFK. And I'm gathering the data on the situation. I'm saying, okay, looks clear to the left, clear to the right. Let's go forward. Because we do need to get in circle. And there was trouble at the end of that grav cannon thing. So we got to walk it in. That rock that they pinged with the yellow ping on the right there, I love that rock. It's kind of hard to survive on, but it's so good.
We shooting?
We see that there's already guys there, and it looks like they want to fight this, hence the big red pings by my teammates. It looks like they're trying to fight it. So I get ready to fight. When I see a Gibby bubble, I believe this is like one of the only Gibbies I ran into the entirety of my solo to pred thing. I see Gibby bubble, that means I'm about to throw my ult at it. I wait like 5 seconds and then throw my ult.
Look at that timing, boys.
Because that means that the enemies are going to be bunched up in the bubble, and they have no bubble to fight back against it. So it's like the perfect time to throw the bubble. Excuse me, the perfect time to throw your ultimate is at a Gibby bubble, right when it's about to go away. And then we take their spot. If you saw that, hold on, we're still in combat here. Nice. That was sick. I was about to slide off, and the Horizon all brought me back up. That was pretty sick. And then I hear footsteps behind us, and I say, "You shall not pass."
Oh my god.
Dang, this Dominic guy is so good. I want to comment real quick that earlier in that fight, you can rewind if you want to. That Gibraltar ult was coming down, and Dominic had no fear. He was just gonna stand there and let me bubble him. He knew that I was gonna be there for him, and I was. If you guys are Gibby mains out there, please.
Thanks for the stuff, Gib.
If your teammates are like in the middle of a Gibby ult, don't be afraid to bubble. Don't be afraid. That's like what the bubble's for, is to block the Gibby ult. Don't be afraid to bubble. However, if your teammates are not staying inside the radius of the Gibby ult, you don't have to bubble. Just simply walk out of it. And if they're not going to get hit by it, there's no need to just needlessly bubble. It's really just, are your teammates going to get hit by it? Yes, bubble. No, don't bubble.
I'm safe here.
No, if you look where I am, I'm trying to tell my guys, hey, let's just camp behind these boxes. This is a sick spot. Nobody can shoot us here. Foolishly. Because it's not that good of a spot. And Dominic is just pinging like crazy. This guy's right bumper is
Alright, I'm
mush.
going back. You
He's
better
just
not come
going
back
on
Death wall again.
about this right bumper. He's just going, enemies here, enemies here, enemies here, enemies here, enemies here. Okay. He wants me to be there with him. Okay. Dodge the Bangalore ult. Nice little nook there. They're shooting. My teammates are shooting. That means I'm shooting. That's the goal. If teammates shooting, I shoot. If teammates running, I run. I cannot drive that point home enough.
My Bloodhound's really good.
There's Dominic. Look, I got 5 assists at this point. 5 assists, 1
I
kills.
like the Bloodhound so much.
And I'm like, nice. Now we can go back to that box I was camping at. And Dominic kills another guy. And I'm like, what is going on? Is this Jen Burden or what? And I'm like, now we can go back to that box I was camping at. Now that everybody's dead over here. Oh, this is a really important topic. You see how, like, look at the top left, the mini map. There is nobody alive in that northwest half, the northwest quadrant. We just killed everybody there. So if we take the northwest part of this smaller circle, we know nobody's gonna shoot us in the back. And that is just so important for, like,
Oh my god, get out of my
oh,
way.
Kanye got knocked. That's so important for peace of mind and rotations. If you can clear out an entire quadrant, you know what's going to be safe and what isn't. And look, my man Dominic just got active with it. He killed not only the northwest, but also the southwest, like, quadrants. What do we call that? The entirety of the left half of the map. The hemisphere, whatever. So now I know that all 3 enemy teams are going to be on the right half of this circle. We can just play real lackadaisical. We don't have to worry about anything. This whole western half of the circle is free. I don't know if that was because
Check my ammo.
Dominic is really smart, or if he's just trying to kill everybody he sees. I don't know what the plan is there, but it worked out. Now I don't have to worry about anything to my north or south. I get to just only focus east. Beautiful.
For me to
And what that allows me to do is push up on this guy on the Czech hedgehog here all willy-nilly, because I know nobody's going to shoot me from the north or south. I only have to watch one direction. And then the team itself also. And that's so just calming. A lot of times in ranked, you're going to just be like, oh, it's the final circle, there's 10 teams, and you're like in the middle somewhere, and there's guys on every building shooting down at you. And if anybody here is watching me that still plays on PC and you're still watching me, a lot of your ranked games are going to be harder than this. And you might be thinking, yeah, you'd never make it in a PC lobby. You don't have to tell me that on every video, bro. Okay, this is a console thing. Please just delete your comment. Just stop. I know that this is not the same as PC Pred lobbies, okay? Delete it.
Is there a route over here?
It's just... it's a very good strategy to clear out like entire quadrants like that. And I was still watching back just in case. But I think my teammates are pretty certain that all 3 enemies are in this, we call it an acorn or a nut or a ball, whatever you want to call it. I like acorn. I think that's cute. The other 2, not so cute. And Kanye said, let's get in there. And I'm like, I'm about it. I gotta back up the boys. And then we're just on the roof. And I'm like, why are we on the roof? That spot that I was at by that care package there, that's a pretty great spot to sit. That's a pretty great spot. There's like a nice 5-foot tall wall that you can just head glitch on and shoot anybody that's trying to run to the circle. And I'm like,
I can't read.
I wouldn't want an enemy team to be there, because if we have to run to them, then we're going to lose. So I'm like trying to tell my guys, hey, let's go there. Hey, let's go there. I'm watching here. That's where I want to go. Hey, let's go there. Not really caring about the fight whatsoever. I'm just trying to get to that spot because I know, like, that's the spot. They seem pretty adamant about holding the top of the acorn, though. And I say, all right, well, I'll do it alone. Maybe we can get some good crossfires in that way. This is one of the only times that I split up from my teammates, because I just know that this is, like, a superior spot to be. Even after Dominic impressed me with his wonderful plays, it's still, I'm going to be here. And look at that. I was wrong. There was a guy out in the water that could have killed me. Can you believe that? Okay, who saw him? Who saw him the first time around? I sure didn't. And now look, because I'm split in this really good head glitching spot, the enemy teams are kind of forced to sit in a spot where I can see them or where my teammates can see them. The only spot that's safe is inside the acorn. And I know that, so I'm pushing up, ready to punish everybody. And how did they not help me with that Bangalore? Let's be real. How did neither of my teammates shoot that Bangalore with me? My teammates are just straight up throwing at that point. A lot of times when I fight, I only take like fights, or I only angle myself in situations where my teammates have a good eye on the enemies. So like that right there, I knew that if I went up and thirsted that lifeline, the teammate couldn't do anything because the Bangalore would be shot by my teammates. And they didn't shoot the Bangalore. I'm like, are you guys trying to make me die or something? Whatever, whatever. It's not all about me, as I'm sure a lot of you have commented. It's not all about me. It's not all about me. They are probably fighting the other team. Okay, I get it, but for real, they gotta be smarter about that. You don't let your teammate get 1v1 or 1v2 like that. And now zone is closing in, and right at just about what I think is the right time, I ult, and they have to either stay under the acorn and take storm damage, or push up just a little bit to dodge storm damage and get hit by my ult. It was pretty great timing on my ult. Not to say that I'm good at playing Gibraltar or anything like that, but yeah, they really had no options. It was take storm damage. I guess I could have waited a little bit longer, but what I wanted to do was trap them. I wanted them to have no options. Like,
GG, easy.
if I had waited and there was no Gibby ult, they might have just run out and gotten on my
Dominic
left
did
side.
so well.
But since I ulted, they're probably thinking, oh, well, we gotta wait it out. Let's just wait it out. And it didn't work out for him.
Such a good player right here.
Now,
He reminds me a lot of
I had more
his
KP.
aim, but
Wait, are these numbers right? I had more KP than both my teammates.
he really did play jumper.
It's called passive income. Nice. And that feels good. I was not aware of that. But yes, I definitely got carried by those guys. Those were really hyper lethal Vector teammates. Really happy that I got those guys. I'm probably gonna be ending the video soon. Nothing left to show you guys. Just a nice thank you for watching this. Hopefully you guys didn't mind my like kind of lackadaisical attitude on this video. I wasn't really giving out tips. I wasn't saying you must do this. You must. I was just kind of, you know, just going with the flow. If that kind of editing style is your jam, let me know. That sort of thing isn't your bag, let me know that too. I like comments. Have a good day, everybody. Much love. Much love.
You got that.